worst. And then, of course, in the spring, there was no 2v2 in CRL East, so they didn't get a chance to shine. Now they're back on form, and this really feels like the chance for Ponos to take that World Championship.
Here we go, our first match, first game, and first set of our World Finals 2020 Day 2. We're crowning a champion today, starting right now with Ponos and Team Queso.
Ponos top of your screen, Team Queso at the bottom, log cycling in both ways, and we saw a ton of Goblin Cage yesterday, Andrew, and no difference so far in our opening game of the day.
Yeah, Goblin Cage was definitely the card used most yesterday. Graveyard was probably the most successful win condition. A couple cards that surprised a lot of people. Flying Machine, Arrows, Lava Hound, really making a resurgence into the meta. Very curious if today's going to replicate what we saw yesterday.
And look at the timing of that lightning out of Ponos. Wow. Complete perfect value, and now there is a mountain coming down both sides that Team Queso has to find some way to deal with.
And so far, Queso's done a pretty good job of mitigating this. They get the reset over there. Ewiz needs to get on top of that Inferno Dragon. Does not. It's single target on top of the Ram Rider. That's going to be towered down early.
Wow, absolute nasty blowout on the left-hand side. And it's one of those things, Andrew, where we don't see a lot of P.E.K.K.A in the game at all right now. And there was a moment when you would see P.E.K.K.A and Mega Knight together in 2v2. And I bet you Kuchi and Benny were not expecting to see that big sword swing in Mama.
Yeah, and what I really love about what Rad and Reiki did on that last push was the pressure they created on the right-hand side with the E-Barbs, and then they were able to get a little bit more going on the left with that Ram Rider with the Inferno Dragon. So much going on. They were focusing on the Electro Wizard. Really, really great job by Ponos so far, and this is what we expected coming into this set. It does feel like these two gentlemen outclassed the cheesy ones by just a bit.
Mega Knight does get behind the Hunter on that right-hand side, but not going to get tankage against that Baby Dragon. Doesn't matter too much, though. That should be more than enough for Team Queso, although 1 minute left in regulation, and seems like there's going to be a very heavy difficulty trying to break through all this defense in that time.
Yeah, and that Hunter being in front of the Mega Knight was okay for a little while, but eventually you wanted that Mega Knight to get in front of the Hunter and help out. That not happening is a bit of trouble. However, Kuchi and Benny going on the heavy offensive right now. Balloon, Graveyard, Mega Knight, plus the E-Wiz. Very little achieved, though.
Very easily handled there by Ponos, but again, doubling down right now is Kuchi and Benny. The high E was trying to get that Inferno Dragon off the board, or at least stun it long enough for the Mega Knight to go to work, but looks like it's not going to happen here. They're going to need a little bit of luck and a lot of aggression to get things done in 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think they needed a heal spirit right there. We're going to get a high lightning up on the river. Great defense by Rad and Reiki Jones. Easy game one going towards Ponos. I don't think that was a big surprise for anybody. What I think is really important to focus on here, though, is how Kuchi and Benny were just completely overwhelmed by that very first